welcome to episode 90, part 3 of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. As usual, remember to jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas as they are still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019 in Japan. I'm Demima Duffield.
And I'm Nara Kamuya.
So we start off with our review of the EPL.
Yeah.
So featured matches. Man United versus Wolves ended 1-1.
Yeah.
Cardiff City were whooped by Man City 5-0. Liverpool beat Southampton 3-0. Brighton lost to Tottenham 2-1. West Ham drew with Chelsea 0-0.
Yeah.
And the Arsenal-Everton game is still going on.
Yeah, as you speak. The shocking ones, of course, Man United versus Wolves.
Yeah.
Everyone expected that Man United are going to beat. I think we even predicted
they would win.
We're going to beat Wolves, but they drew Wolves holding United to a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford. And West Ham versus Chelsea. Everyone thought that Chelsea were going to beat West Ham. It's a London derby. But West Ham able to hold their fort and drawing 0-0. So that has been an interesting one. We kind of got it wrong on two games, but yeah, that has been match day 6.
Just proves that game happens on the pitch. No matter what you say before, all the banter or nothing.
Yep.
On the day it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. That's true.
So we move on to match day 7.
Yeah.
We've got West Ham versus Man United.
Yes.
And we've got 54% on Man United and 21 on West Ham. Huddersfield versus Tottenham. 13 on Huddersfield, 65 on Tottenham. Arsenal versus Watford, 67 on Arsenal, 13 on Watford.
Yeah.
Man City versus Brighton, 89 on Man City. 3% on Brighton. Chelsea versus Liverpool, we've got 35 on Chelsea and 39 on Liverpool. Do you agree?
I mean, that's going to be that's the game of the weekend, Chelsea versus Liverpool. First, I do agree with the other ones. I think that's how they're going to go. But look, as we said last week, and as we saw what happened last week, the game, as you say, is played on the pitch. We can make all the predictions, but on the day, that's what matters. But Chelsea versus Liverpool, 35% for Chelsea, 39% for Liverpool. I think it's pretty accurate. Liverpool are the ones who started the season very well. And I think on the day, despite the fact that the game is being played at the Bridge, I think that Liverpool are the ones who are going to have the upper hand this coming weekend.
And now we move on to basketball, where it's all about LeBron James.
Yes.
LeBron Hollywood James? Is that what people are calling him?
Yep.
So Space Jam 2, although he says this is not a sequel to the 1996 movie by, that featured Michael Jordan, Space Jam.
Yeah.
So this is pretty big.
Yeah.
It's he says that it's all about children knowing that they shouldn't give up on their dreams.
Yes.
What do you think of this?
He's teamed up with producer Ryan Coogler, who of course is the one who produced Black Panther.
Yep.
It's first, as much as he wants to distance it from the initial Space Jam done for 1996.
I mean,
you can't.
There's only one Space Jam. Like how?
You can't.
It's like saying, no, we're doing Lion King, but it's not like the original Lion. Well,
you can't. He'll always be compared to the 1996 one that was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good in terms of the greatest player of that time, or greatest player ever, or greatest player depending on where you come from, the greatest player of that generation.
Yes.
Featured in the Space Jam film in 1996, and LeBron James being the greatest player of this generation, getting a chance to feature in the Space Jam 2 movie. I think they start shooting next year in August, and it's good. I mean, for kids, I remember as a kid going to watch Space Jam. And you have Michael Jordan. I wish I was old enough to understand what his contribution was to the sport. But you go to those kind of cinema or 20th, I can't remember. But I remember I went to the cinemas to watch Space Jam. So I can imagine the kids of this generation, because this is the equivalent of Michael Jordan, LeBron James. So the kids of this generation, of course, will have a good feel there. But he's really positioning himself, because it's his production company that's doing it. He's really positioning himself for life after basketball, and you have to you get very impressed by the business moves that LeBron James is making. So, I mean, kudos to him, and I can't wait to watch it. I mean, it's a kid's movie, but I'll still watch it.
Working with an awesome producer, meaning you'll probably have an awesome product.
Yes.
Because you see, if this flops, this is the beginning. This can't go wrong. This actually cannot go wrong for him.
Yeah.
But best of luck to him. It's good seeing. I mean, you need more sort of wholesome movies. We've got a lot of trash. That we end up watching.
Yeah.
But this is definitely good, and yes, I'm looking forward to watching it as well.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, it has to be a success
Yeah.
because already there are comparisons, and these comparisons between LeBron and Jordan always happen. So you only pray that it's going to be a success. But
It must be smash hit.
oh yeah, but as I'm saying, it's a kids movie, but I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we move on to our bonus segment where we've got advanced statistics
Yes.
versus traditional scouting.
Uh-huh.
Now, when I first looked at that,
Yes.
I thought, okay, I love traditional scouting. I will not lie. Nothing beats sitting down, watching a game and being like, yes, that kid,
Yes.
that's the one.
Yes.
You know, that one's going to take us to, nationals or whatever. But then times have moved on and there are videos of games and you can now compare. Now you can have a whole team watching. If you think about the logistics and the
Yes.
money you're spending, sending people around, you can watch now 10 matches at a go.
Yes.
And like just sitting in a room,
Yeah.
like all of you.
Yes. Yes.
So I would definitely say advanced statistics is the way to go, but I don't know. It's one of those. I don't want to lose the traditional aspect of it. I mean, there's so much pride
Yes.
in going and handpicking a child from a game and
Yes.
saying, you know what, yeah,
But you see, advanced stats, first, there's the need to, science has become very important
Yes.
in the day-to-day sports. I think about, and it's very big in American sport, analytics, what they call it. I think about San Antonio Spurs and the Miami Heat. They're very big, analytics departments. Guys just breaking it down from a sports science perspective. And I guess the reason why it's big in America is because of all these percentages. You know, like basketball, NFL, breaking it down, free throw, hitting, chance of success from the arc and all that. So that's why it's big in the States. But it's also picking up in other countries, in other sports, in football, for example. GPS. I mean, these guys have GPS, and
we need to know how many kilometers you run this game.
Exactly, and I know even here in Kenya, I mean, guys are using it for rugby, and so science and analytics, to an extent, is important, and that's where sports is heading nowadays. But there's still that human element that I think we cannot lose. There's a touch humanity brings. There's something a human being can identify that all those machines cannot.
Yes.
And that's why I think the best teams are the ones who fuse.
Yeah.
Because like the analytics guys say, you can have talent, but analytics is what takes you to the next level.
Yep.
But also, GPS is not going to talk to you when you're down. GPS will not understand if you've lost a member of your family, and how you need to be psyched. GPS will not understand, some of the emotional things that a human being can understand.
Yep.
So, while I do agree that yes, analytics is the way to go, there's still some human element that you cannot dissociate from sports.
Yes.
Right from, as they're saying, from the scouting part to the managing part, that you cannot dissociate from sports. So I think the best teams are the ones who
fuse both of them.
Who fuse both of them. And the problem in Kenya is that we still don't have guys who understand the sports science side.
Yeah.
And you still want to stick to the traditional scouting method. But if you fuse, then you'll be able to produce better results.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of an example maybe where, let's use rugby.
Yeah.
And you see a player and he's got the potential to have, like he's got the right sort of build, but he's very unfit. So if you go and watch him, maybe not even if you go and watch him, if you look at the statistics, what the machine has given you, he's underperforming. But you go and watch his game, you'll look at him, you'll understand, you'll be like, okay, well, one, he's got a horrible coach.
Yeah.
Two, he's got an even worse team behind him.
Yeah.
So he is not going to reach, the levels you want him to, but he has the potential. And you see, a machine will not tell you that.
Yeah.
That will be you going, sitting down, and or even talking to him.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason he's not really pushing himself. He doesn't really see it going any further. But that inspiring talk you see in movies.
Yes.
Like, I believe in you, my boy. Yes. No. But honestly, that is what I feel should not be lost.
Yeah. It's a delicate balance, like I'm saying. Stats and analytics and all that stuff sports science is needed now where the sports is, but you can't lose the human element. You still need human beings doing some of these things.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we have human beings playing the sport.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know what people think. Have you ever thought of sports from that angle? And, you know, in coaching and recruitment. But guys, let us know. We're on social media. You can find us by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Demi Maduffield.
And I'm Nara Kamuya.
See you next week in episode 91.